the rooms in the basement where the IDF believes were the terrorists were holding some of the 240 hostages who they abducted during the first attack on the 7th of October.
You can see the tunnel. The tunnel is let down more than 20 meters down. The rowboat found a door over tunnel. It's part of the same floor and it slides down here. And this is the place where I showed you the tunnel. I want you to see. We are now in the area of the basement of the hospital. I want to show you a room where we found all the gear, the operational gear, what Hamas is holding inside the hospital. I want you to understand, this kind of gear is a gear for a major fight. These are explosives. These are vests with explosives. Yeah, it's a body vest for terrorists to explode on forces. Among hospitals, among patients, we have hand grenades, Kalashnikovs, and then we have the RPGs. People shooting RPGs from hospitals. This is Hamas firing RPGs for hospitals. The world has to understand who is Israel fighting against. They were all used in the massacre of the 7th of October. They even have bullets in this motorcycle. So they came back, a woman, clothes, and a rope next to the legs. And look above this, look above it. It's a baby bottle. It's a baby bottle in a basement, above a World Health Organization sign. This is a suspicion for an area where hostages were being held. We're now looking at an infrastructure. You don't need to build something improvisedly in a hospital in the basement. Unless you want to hold someone in the basement, you don't want anyone to see him. Again, we're in the same basement, and here we see diapers, and we see, I don't know, maybe something. We see diapers. I want you to see this room. It's in the basement of the hospital. We can see this area is a closed area from the rest of the hospital. We can see the ventilation air that was done improvisedly to this area. And we can see infrastructures that was built in here, toilets, shower, a small kitchen, will provide the terrorists their needs. You're now entering into the room where we suspect the hostages were being held. I want you to look at this room. People are putting curtains with nothing above, just wall. No reason to put here a curtain unless you want to film hostages and deliver movies. And now we'll show you more evidence. In this room, there is a list. This list, in Arabic, this list says, we are in an operation. The operation against Israel started in the 7th of October. This is a Guardian list where every terrorist writes his name and every terrorist has his own shift guarding the people that were here.
Gursimran is with us on the broadcast from Tel Aviv. Gursimran, we just saw that video that has been released by the Israeli Defense Forces, and clearly it exposes what Hamas is doing there. You know, there have been calls for ceasefire. There have been really heart-wrenching photographs coming in from Gaza, the Palestinian people, the children, how they're suffering. And we see that there has been a lot of talks about how Israel is actually, inflicting atrocities. But nobody has uttered a word about what Hamas is doing. There you can see they're using children's hospitals. They're using these hospitals as a hideout. They are storing weapons. They are actually putting the hostages also there. And this actually really nailing evidence and really gives a boost to Israel, isn't it? It's been caught on tape. Time and again, we are seeing such visuals coming out. Israel is releasing these visuals as they go deep inside the Gaza Strip.
See, as we speak, with each passing day, the Hamas terror group is getting exposed. The Israeli Defense Forces, they are carrying out the round-the-clock operations, and as deeper as they go into the Gaza city or the Gaza Strip, they find some more evidence which clearly depicts the brutality of the terrorists of Hamas, that how these terrorists of Hamas, they have been targeting the civilian, how they have been using the schools, the colleges, the madrasa, the mosques, or the hospitals as their operational basis, because this has been the modus operandi of the Hamas, to use the areas that can later be labeled as the violation of the war rules by the Israel side. Because what will happen when the schools, the bedrooms of the children, the civilian areas will be used as the operational basis, then there will be a retaliatory action by the Israel side. And when the Israel side will retaliate, then the Hamas terrorists will use that at the international platforms, that see, the civilian areas are being targeted. So this has been the modus operandi, but now the Israel side has made it amply clear that they will be using each and every proof that they get. They will show the world that how these terrorists of Hamas have been targeting the civilians by making use of them as a human